Permit me to state that the arrest of Cho Ayaba by Norway, coupled with charges of international crimes, reveals an alarming level of hypocrisy and selective justice that should deeply disturb anyone committed to the principles of fairness and equality. This move does not stand alone as a procedural action of international law enforcement, but rather reeks a double standard that blatantly ignores the atrocities committed by the Cameroonian regime against the people of Ambazonia. How can Norway justify singling out Ayaba when Cameroon government officials drench in the blood of innocents, room-free, untouched by the same mechanisms of justice? This is a travesty of the highest order. Cameroonian officials have committed crimes so heinous, so glaring, that any serious commitment to international justice would necessitate their immediate indictment, their immediate arrest. The arbitrary arrest of innocent civilians in Ambazonia, the burning and destruction of over 400 towns and villages, the rampant use of torture, and the systematic campaign of extrajudicial killings have all been carried out with brutal impunity by the regime in Yaoundé, by their officials. Soldiers of the Cameroonian military have openly admitted to burying civilians in Ambazonia in mass graves, executing innocent people without trial, and engaging in forced disappearances as part of a reign of terror aimed at quashing Ambazonian resistance. This is no speculation or exaggeration. We all know it. Human rights reports are there. These are documented crimes witnessed by the international community. And yet, Norway has chosen to turn a blind eye to these atrocities while targeting an individual who has merely dared to stand against such overwhelming brutality by La République du Cameroon officials. If Norway truly sought to uphold international law and protect human rights, its response would not be limited. Again, its response should not be limited to the arrest of Cho Ayaba, but also extended to the immediate apprehension of Cameroonian officials responsible for these war crimes in Ambazonia. How can any rational observer fail to see the glaring injustice in this situation? Is Norway so politically compromised, so concerned with maintaining diplomatic ties with La République du Cameroon, that it has chosen to overlook the mass killings, the burnings of villages, and the systematic oppression faced by the people of Ambazonia? Have they? To claim to be neutral or law-abiding while allowing such crimes to go unanswered, unpunished, is to be complicit in the very violence it claims to oppose. The message Norway has sent is clear. Fight your freedom and you will be prosecuted. Oppress, murder, and destroy, and you will face no consequences. Where is the justice in this? Where is the even-handedness? Arresting Cho Ayaba while allowing those Cameroonian officials who have orchestrated these atrocities to walk free is not just unfair. It is a moral disgrace on the part of Norway. It exposes the deeply entrenched biases within the international community that allow powerful regimes to crush smaller, oppressed peoples without fear of reprisal. If justice were truly blind, if the international legal system were truly impartial, then, ladies and gentlemen, Cameroon's leaders will be facing the same handcuffs now slapped on Ayaba. They would be charged with crimes against humanity, with genocide, with every horror that they have unleashed upon Amazonian civilians. Yet here we are, watching as Norway selectively enforces the law. Norway's actions signal to the world that the suffering of Amazonians is not worth their attention. That's what it is. That their cries for justice will continue to be ignored, and that the lives destroyed by the Cameroonian regime led by Paul Biya are expendable. This is a shameful chapter in the history of international law, one that casts a long shadow over the credibility of those institutions that claim to champion human rights. Until the world holds the real perpetrators of these atrocities, of these war crimes in Cameroon, accountable. Until Norway, the Kingdom of Norway, and others like it, cease their cowardly appeasement of oppressive regimes, there will be no justice, only the continuation of a cruel and selective system where the oppressed are criminalized and the oppressors walk free. This is not just unfair, it is a grotesque perversion of justice, and the international community must reckon with this failure. If Norway, ladies and gentlemen, if Norway wishes to claim any moral high ground, it must take a hard look at the crimes of Cameroon and arrest those responsible. Anything less is a betrayal of justice itself.